Hello, I'm Drive, Olivia Harris, a board-certified family medicine physician.
Exercise looks different at 60, 70 and 80. Everyone knows exercise is good for your health. But here is what most people completely miss. The right exercise for someone in their 60s is different from the right exercise for someone in their 70s. And the right exercise for someone in their 70s is different again from what is appropriate in their 80s. Ignoring your age when you exercise does not just reduce the benefit. It can cause serious harm. A significant portion of the senior patients I see in my practice have been injured doing exercise that was simply not appropriate for their age. Today I am going to give you a precise, medically grounded guide to the best exercise approach for your 60s, your 70s and your 80s and beyond. Before we begin, one essential principle. The goal of senior fitness is not to get younger. The goal is to keep moving well for as long as possible. That distinction changes everything about how you approach exercise. 3 concepts are essential to understanding senior exercise at any age. The first is sarcopenia, the age-related loss of muscle mass. After age 60, muscle mass decreases at a rate of approximately 1 to 2% per year. By age 80, you may have lost up to 40% of your peak muscle mass. Sarcopenia is the primary driver of falls, fractures and immune system decline in older adults. The second is osteoporosis. Bone density begins declining after age 50. In women, the rate of bone loss accelerates dramatically after menopause. Weakened bones fracture under impacts that younger bones would handle easily. The third is cardiovascular and pulmonary decline. Maximum heart rate and lung capacity both decrease with age. Exercise that is appropriate and beneficial at 60 can place dangerous stress on the heart at 80. Understanding these 3 processes clarifies immediately why exercise must be age-specific. Exercise in your 60s. Your 60s are the golden decade of senior fitness. You still have substantial strength and cardiovascular capacity. Your recovery time after exertion is still relatively short. The habits you build in your 60s will determine your health in your 70s and 80s. The most important form of exercise in your 60s is resistance training. 2 to 3 sessions per week of strength work. Squats, lunges, dumbbell exercises, resistance band training. These are the most effective interventions available for preventing sarcopenia. A 2019 study in the American Journal of Sports Medicine found that adults in their 60s who engaged in regular resistance training had 30% more muscle mass 10 years later compared to those who did not. 30%. What you do in your 60s directly determines your muscle mass in your 70s. Aerobic exercise is equally essential. Brisk walking, cycling, swimming. Target 150 minutes per week. 30 minutes per day 5 days per week is the standard recommendation. If you have knee or joint problems, choose low-impact options like swimming or cycling. Begin balance training now. Single leg standing, heel-to-toe walking, yoga. These exercises directly prevent falls. WHO data consistently shows that fall-related injuries and deaths represent one of the most significant health burdens in adults over 65 worldwide. Building balance capacity in your 60s is genuinely life-saving. Key precautions for your 60s. Always warm up for 5 to 10 minutes before exercise. Stretch thoroughly after every session. Stop immediately if you experience pain. No pain is the non-negotiable rule. Exercise in your 70s. Safety becomes the primary consideration. Attempting to maintain the intensity of your 60s workouts in your 70s is a common and potentially dangerous mistake. The 3 core goals of exercise in your 70s are fall prevention, maintaining functional independence and managing chronic conditions. Continue resistance training but reduce the intensity. Lighter weights with more repetitions rather than heavy weights with few. Resistance bands rather than weight machines. Slow, controlled movement rather than explosive effort. The chair squat is particularly valuable. Simply standing up from a chair and sitting back down repeatedly. It sounds simple because it is simple. But a 2020 study in the Journal of Gerontology found that 70-year-olds who practiced chair squats regularly reduced their fall risk by 34%. For aerobic exercise, walking should be your primary activity. Consistency matters far more than speed. 30 to 45 minutes of walking per day. Flat ground rather than hills. Shoes with good grip and support. Water-based exercise deserves special emphasis in your 70s. In water, the buoyancy effect dramatically reduces the load on your joints. Water walking and aqua aerobics are excellent for anyone with arthritis, knee problems or hip pain. Balance training becomes even more critical in your 70s than it was in your 60s. Tai Chi is the single best recommendation I can make for this age group. A 2018 meta-analysis in the British Journal of Sports Medicine found that Tai Chi reduced fall risk in older adults by up to 43%. Tai Chi simultaneously develops balance, flexibility and lower body strength in a low-impact format that is safe for almost everyone. Key precautions for your 70s. Do not exercise alone. Exercise in locations where help is accessible if you fall. Monitor your heart rate. Do not push yourself to breathlessness, chest pain, dizziness or severe shortness of breath. During exercise requires immediate rest and medical evaluation. Exercise in your 80s and beyond. At 80 and beyond, exercise is not optional. It is survival. Physical inactivity at this age leads to rapid functional decline. But the goals and methods must change completely. There is really one goal for exercise in your 80s. Maintaining the ability to perform activities of daily living. Eating independently. Using the bathroom independently. Dressing independently. Preserving these basic functions is what exercise means at this stage. Chair-based exercise is the foundation. Seated ankle rotations. Seated knee lifts. Seated arm raises. These exercises may look too simple to matter. They are not. A 2021 study in the Journal of Aging and Rehabilitation found that adults over 80 who participated in a 12-week chair exercise program improved their activities of daily living scores by 28%. 28% from seated exercises. Keep walking. Even 10 minutes is meaningful. 10 minutes 3 times per day adds up to 30 minutes. That consistency maintains cardiovascular health and preserves leg strength. Stretch every single day. 5 minutes in the morning and 5 minutes before bed. This 10-minute daily investment in flexibility is one of the highest value habits available to anyone over 80. Key precautions for your 80s and beyond. Consult your physician before beginning or changing any exercise routine. If you have chronic conditions, your exercise type and intensity must be medically approved. Check your blood pressure before exercising. If systolic pressure is above 180, rest that day. Use assistive devices without embarrassment. A cane, a walker, holding a railing. These are not signs of weakness. They are tools that preserve your independence. Universal principles that apply at every age. First, no pain. Stop immediately if something hurts. Second, progress gradually. Never dramatically increase duration or intensity in a single session. Third, consistency beats intensity. A little every day is worth more than a lot once a week. Fourth, stay hydrated. Drink water before and after every session. Fifth, prioritize protein. Post-exercise protein intake is essential for muscle repair at every age, but especially in later life. It is never too late to start. The research is unambiguous on this point. People who begin regular exercise in their 70s and 80s gain measurable health benefits, even if they were sedentary for decades before. Your best physical investment right now is starting today. If this sound brought you peace tonight, please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to stay with us.